We're gonna wait for some people to join. Then people joining. We will start discussing about chapter 4. 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 Start deception. We're gonna hype it up. We're gonna hype it up. Yep. We're gonna hype it up here. We're gonna hype it up. Since it comes out soon, really soon. Yep. We are gonna wait until really soon before we start talking about it itself, because first we're gonna talk about the music for chapter 4. We just have to go into Dark Deception OST and look for the chapter 4 music, and that's where we'll start. We'll start with, we're going to go by each level, ending off with the third level of chapter 4, Barely Buried, and also discussing these OSTs that have Malik's face on them. We're going to discuss what those could mean as well. Do we have any other people watching? I'm not sure. If we do, let me check what those could mean as well. Do we have any other people watching? I'm not sure. If we do, let me check anyone what those could mean as well. Like we're...
Let's do this.
Whoever loses.
I'm not sure if anyone's still here because no one's come. Oh, Shark Puppet's brother's here. We have Shark Puppet's brother. That's good. Hey, Ben, Shark Puppet's
Let's
brother.
do
We're going to
this.
talk about
Whoever
Shark
loses has to do the thing.
Did you just cut me off?
This is what I do.
Did you have lunch? Because I'm serving a banana peel. How dare you? What's that? It's a fireball.
That's what we're going to do.
Here we go.
No.
Yes.
No! Very funny. It's gonna be you next time. Enjoying a laugh on me? That's my way to play.
We're going to talk about chapter 4. This is all what this stream's going to be about, is talking about Dark Deception chapter 4. Chapter 4 of Dark Deception. We're going to start off with the OSTs. No, I do not. I do not have Discord. Discord. I don't have Discord. I do not have Discord. Yeah. We're gonna talk about the OSTs and talk about the level itself. We're gonna talk about the voices. We're gonna talk about what the mechanics of the enemies might be and stuff like that. And talk about lore, cutscenes, and stuff like that for Chapter 4. How many people are watching so far? I want to know. How many people are watching the stream so far. How many? How many people are watching so far? I want to know. How many people are watching the stream so far. 0. What? It can't be right. How many more people? How many people? Then 0 people watching. I guess I should go straight on to Chapter 4. Talking and okay, let's go straight on to the first OST that we will talk about. Healing Hospitality. What do you mean show what's on my home screen? Okay, we're starting to get people. We have Lil Wolfie 813. We have Parker Silva. Okay. We have those two. Because we're going to talk about Chapter 4. Games app. Oh. Play Outlast. I don't know about playing that. We're going to talk about Chapter 4. We're not talking about security breach in the stream, Lil Wolf 813. We're going to be talking about Dark Deception Chapter 4. Chapter 4 of Dark Deception. Because it comes out this month. Now let's start off with the first OST that we're going to talk about. Healing Hospitality. I'll let you guys listen to it for a bit. This will begin Chapter 4. First level of Chapter 4. Oh, that's good for you. Okay, that's good. Now let's talk about what I think Healing Hospitality will be for. Probably going to be for the beginning of the level. Somewhere in between the level. What do you think Healing Hospitality will be for in Dark Deception Chapter 4? The beginning of torment therapy or the middle of torment therapy? Okay, next is this OST, Cold Hearted, which I believe will be for Zone 1 of Torment Therapy. Just listen to it. It sounds like something for Zone 1. It has to be the Zone 1 OST. I'd rather not. Get design, unless it's a legit. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good, Shark Puppets, brother. Good, good. Now let's move on to the next OST, True Colors. Okay. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. Okay. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, this is gonna... okay, if anyone else didn't hear me, here's what I said. Healing Hospitality, either for the beginning of Torment Therapy or the middle. Cold Hearted will be the OST for the first zone of Torment Therapy. True Colors will be the OST for second zone. Take Your Medicine, Chase Theme. Okay, now let's go on to Joy Joy Diddy. And which is the first OST that we're going to be talking about for the second level of Chapter 4, which is also going to be the biggest level in Chapter 4, Mascot Mayhem.
Oh, you new boy, it's time to meet the Joy Joy gang who puts a smile on everybody's face. Just open up your eyes and imagine
gonna be it for Joy. That's how we're gonna play for Joy Joy Diddy. Okay, next up now let's talk about Joy Joy Diddy. I believe when we first entered the level, we're gonna have to go in somewhere, and the Joy Joy gang are gonna be playing this music before we go on and actually play the level, kind of like when you first see Agatha at the beginning of Elementary Evil, kind of like that. You get what I mean? That's what I believe Joy Joy Diddy is going to be for. Now let's move on to Only the Joyful.
Lion! Ah, yes, the king of the jungle. Time for a Red Bull. Red Bull?
Okay, that's going to be it for Only the Joyful. Okay, now let's talk about... Now I'm going to talk about what I think the OST is going to be for. I think Only the Joyful will be for the first 2 of the 3 zones in Mascot Mayhem. And that's what I believe it's going to be. Yeah, I know I dislike the ad. Yeah. As I was saying, I think Only the Joyful will be for the first 2 zones of Mascot Mayhem. That's what I believe it's going to be for. Now let's talk about what I think is my favorite OST for Chapter 4. And that is Feel the Joy. Okay. Oh, Jeffy the Rabbit joined. Hey, Jeffy the Rabbit, how you been? Okay. Now let's talk about what I think Feel the Joy is for. I feel like it's going to be one of 2 chase themes for Mascot Mayhem. You heard me right. I think there's going to be 2 chase themes for Mascot Mayhem. And I'm not going to say the name of what I think the other one is, but I think you guys already know what it is, but don't say it yet. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be the chase theme for the first 2 zones. Since I believe so, because of the leaked footage of Hangry. That was shown because that the music that was playing when Hangry was chasing you was Feel the Joy. So it's practically confirmed that Feel the Joy is a chase theme. And the reason why I say there's gonna be two chase themes is because I asked Vince Livings what will be the chase theme for Mascot Mayhem, and he said this: well, there's more than one chase theme. So yeah, I asked Vince Livings that in one of the Q&As. Now let's go on to the next OST, Feeling Lucky. Oh, dang, these ads. Okay, now let's talk about Feeling Lucky. I believe it will be for two things. The first thing I believe it will be for is for the elevator, since Ghost Skin Entertainment showed us a teaser on one of their social medias of an elevator, and I believe Feeling the Joy will play when we go on that elevator, and I believe it'll be for Zone 3 as well. The OC that will be playing for Zone 3 as well, since, Zone 3 will be a big old, factory-like place. Sure, Zone 2 is like that as well, but Zones 1 and 2 are gonna be, I'll talk about that later. Okay, that's what I believe Feeling Lucky is gonna be for. Now let's go on to an OST that Lucky himself likes using. No, not Dark Deceptions Lucky. I mean my friend Lucky the Rabbit, and that is Luck Runs Out. Okay, that's enough of Luck Runs Out. Okay, now let's talk about what Luck Runs Out will be for. I believe it will be the chase theme for Zone 3 of Mascot Mayhem. Yep, that's what I think. Yeah. Yeah, because the only person that can beat him is him. Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, Luck Runs Out is definitely going to be the chase theme for Zone 3. And I'll talk more about Zone 3 later on in the video, because the Joy Joy Gang, I believe, will look different in Zone 3, and you'll soon get what I mean by that. Now let's talk about the next OST, Joy Kill. I believe and we know for a fact that Joy Kill will be the boss theme, and the boss theme's name is actually the same name as the boss. Joy Kill. Yep, the boss and the boss OST have the same name. And we know that because Vince Livings confirmed this. That Joy Kill is the name of the boss, and the boss OST is also called Joy Kill, and so yeah, we know that for a fact. Now let's go on to the final OST for Mascot Mayhem, Closing Time.
Whether you're staying home or venturing out, ADT's Smart Home Security helps protect what matters most. Protect now.
Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Repeat, 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 self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Repeat.
Okay, that's enough playing that OST. And now let's talk about Closing Time. I am 100% certain that Closing Time will be the escape theme. Like when we have to escape the place and get to the portal when we have the ring piece. Yep, that's what I believe that Closing Time's for. It is without a doubt. That's definitely going to be it. And we're going to be talking about the level itself later on in the video. Now now for the next part, we're going to talk about 3 OSTs at once. Because I don't know what to think about what these OSTs could be for. But I know what they might be for, but let's talk about them. And those OSTs are Repercussions, The Real Meat, and Collection Call. Now, I don't know what to make of these 3 OSTs. They have Malik's face on them, so they have to do something with Malik. Only things I can think about is that some of them will be used for cutscenes, like flashbacks, like flashback cutscenes, like stuff like that. I think, and we know that when we enter the thing for Barely Buried, instead of something that Malik has placed there to make sure we have to get a power forward to not go on, it's just going to be Malik, and he's going to talk to us. And I'm a bit against what some people think that Malik's going to do, because I don't think he will do it. It is that they think that Malik will straight up take away all of our powers, and I'm like, no. I'll play Among Us after the stream, okay, Sharper Spoiler? I'll do that after the stream. We can do Among Us after the stream. And, he'll be talking to us, and I think he'll just talk to us about why he shouldn't why we shouldn't collect a ring piece and stuff like that. That's what I believe Malik's going to talk to us about when we enter the portal to enter Barely Buried. Now, let's go on to the actual OSTs for Barely Buried, starting with What Lies Beneath. Okay, now let's talk about the OST. Okay. What I think what lies beneath will be for the beginning of the level when we enter the cabin and Zone 1 and possibly Zone 2 as well. Now let's go on to next OST, Uninvited Guest. Okay, now let's talk about what an uninvited guest will be for the level. I believe it is going to be the chase theme for when the Trigger Teddies and or Mama Bear is chasing you. I believe that's what it's going to be for. The chase theme for when the Trigger Teddies and or Mama Bear get close to you. I believe that would be obvious with it. Next is the next OST, Better Off Dead. That's enough. Better Off Dead. I believe it'll be for zones, either just Zone 3 or Zones 2 and 3. That's what I believe Better Off Dead will be for. And that's all I can think of what Better Off Dead will be for. Okay, next let's go on to Maternal Instinct. And that's it. And Lucky, I believe you're right. I believe that Maternal Instinct will be the boss theme for Barely Buried. I believe that as well. Maternal Instinct has to be the boss theme for Barely Buried. It has to be. What else could it be for? And I think Vince has confirmed that it's the boss theme, so there's that as well. Yeah. Now, let's go on to the final OST for Chapter 4, Deliverance. that's enough. And Lucky, you could be on to something, since I asked Vince Living if there's going to be a Papa Bear, and he confirmed that there is no Papa Bear. It's just Mama Bear and Trigger Teddies. So, yeah. So, Papa Bear Boss is out of the question. So, yeah. Giant Trigger Teddy. That could be a possibility, but here's the thing. Wouldn't it be just a rehash? Just a different mechanics version of the Goliath Clowns, if that were the case, Lucky? Like, anyway, let's talk about Deliverance. Deliverance, I believe it's going to be the escape theme for Barely Buried. It has to be the escape theme for Barely Buried. There's no way it is not the escape theme for Barely Buried. I'll go into the raps, the Chapter 4 raps later, the JoJo Gang raps later in the stream, but now let's go and look at the trailers, the teaser trailers for Chapter 4. Starting off with the first trailer that we got, JoJo Gang Dark Deception Chapter 4 teaser trailer.
It's time to meet the Joy Gang who puts a smile on everybody's face. Just open up your eyes and imagine the surprise
Okay, now let's talk about this trailer. And yeah, August 3rd, 2019, man. 2019. Now, this was the first Chapter 4 teaser trailer, and it explained a lot. And the JoJo Gang are being the most hyped up characters for Chapter 4. Probably going to be the literal faces of Chapter 4, because they are for most of the marketing of Chapter 4. Now let's talk about the voice reveal trailers, starting off with the JoJo Gang one.
Hi! I'm hungry! I'm a pig! Ah! I'm so hungry! I love ribs! Can I smell yours?
I don't bite, you know. Well, maybe just a little. Surprise! Here I come!
You know why they call me Lucky? I never lose. Where you going, buddy? The fun's just starting! Joey! Joey! Joey!
Yeah, this voice reveal was over a year ago. Over a year and... like almost a year and a half ago. October. Man, October. The Joy Gang. Yep, the Joy Gang. I'm going to straight up talk about their mechanics right now. As we know what they are, because Vince Living has confirmed all of them. So yeah, let's talk about their mechanics. Starting off with Hangry. Hangry, well, we know he's going to be able to break doors, because he's going to be the slowest of the Joy Gang. The slow and strong one of the Joy Gang. Literal, like, strong character. And wants to eat us. He literally wants to eat us. Straight up, like 4. I'm sorry. Anyway, now let's talk about Penny. Penny, we know her mechanic is going to be she'll throw an egg at us that will stun us, and which we'll have to press a button to escape from the egg stun, same as the Dreadduckies mechanic when the Dreadduckies stun us. Now, let's talk about the big old leader of the Joy Joy gang himself, Lucky. Big boss of the Joy Joy gang, Lucky the Rabbit, and which is also my favorite character of Dark Deception as a whole. Now, we know that Lucky is going to have a speed boost, and it will vary each time that he uses it. His clones, there's just going to be clones of the Joy Joy gang in Mascot Mayhem. There can be like multiple Luckies, Pennies, and Hangries in each zone. Now we talk. Lucky's speed boost will vary each time. It'll be either sometimes it'll be faster than our speed boost, possibly our speed boost with teleporter, which is going to be insane. Because Vince Living said originally Mascot Mayhem was almost like Dark Souls difficulty, and I'm like, holy. And I believe Lucky will be the biggest threat of Mascot Mayhem because of his speed. His speed will be the biggest. Will be the biggest threat. Him and his speed are the biggest threat of Mascot Mayhem, which is what I believe. That is what I believe. Yeah, you deserve those sunglasses, Lucky. Yeah. You're going to be fast as hell. And anyway, let's talk about the next enemy. The Reaper Nurses.
Well, speak of the devil. Looks like he just walked in.
Wait, before we talk about the Reaper Nurses, I'll tell you the voice actors of the JoJo gang. Hangry and Lucky are voiced by Chris J. Alex, which he has voiced in some games, which I don't know what games he voiced in, but prior to Dark Deception, but he did those. And Penny the Chicken is voiced by a very well-known female voice actor, Tara Strong. And if you guys don't know what Tara Strong is, she is a voice actor that voiced act in multiple different things. TV shows, games, lots of stuff. Lots of people know her for voicing Harley Quinn, and Twilight Sparkle, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and Raven in Teen Titans Go. Yep, that is the voice actor of Penny the Chicken. And two other enemies of Chapter 4. And starting talking about Tara Strong, that's the voice actor of the Reaper Nurses.
Well, speak of the devil. Looks like he just walked in. Ooh, and he's a looker, too. I'll get back to you shortly, okay? Bye-bye now. Do you want to become one of our new patients? I just need to take a small blood sample. You're not afraid of needles, are you? It might be comforting to tell you that your death will be quick and painless, but that will be a lie. After all, we can get a bit carried away while performing our duties. However, I can promise you one thing. You'll never see it coming. Here, have a pill. Lord Malik sends his regards.
Okay. No. The Reaper Nurses. As she mentioned before, there's going to be a pill, and the Reaper Nurses, I believe there's going to be lots of other mechanics have. The syringe, the huge syringe, they're going to be carrying around. And be using that to kill us. And and for pills, they're going to toss pills at us. And Vince Livings has compared the pill size to the pills in Dr. Mario. And if that's the case, they're going to be big. They're going to be big pills. Like, probably pills the size of someone's foot. Like one of those pills that you would see in, like, that one episode of SpongeBob where Pearl was feeding Mr. Krabs. Yeah, you kind of like that. Anyway, let's go on to the next character that we'll talk about. Mama Bear, which is also voiced by Tara Strong.
How sweet. A new companion for my babies to play with. Make yourself at home. It's a bit of a mess right now, but I hope you won't judge. My babies are very hungry. Babies, go and greet our guest. Mama Bear is coming to get you. You will die here. Mother knows best.
Okay, I get it's you, Bolt, but I have to talk about Dark Deception in Chapter 4. I'm not ignoring you, I just have to talk about Chapter 4 because this is what the stream is about. Is to talk about Dark Deception Chapter 4. Because it comes out this month. Now let's talk about Mama Bear. Mama Bear. I know what one of her abilities are, and we also know that Vince Livings has confirmed that Mama Bear is the slowest enemy in all of Dark Deception. Yep. Yeah, I know. Torment Therapy is going to be bigger than the Crazy Carnival. That's quite obvious. Now, Mama Bear, the only ability... What? Her ability is to get fat and playful. Oh, shut up. Don't mention Fortnite on this stream. Please, do not. Because I hate Fortnite. I don't hate it a lot. I just hate it because it got popular for no reason. I don't hate the gameplay. I think it's just bland. The gameplay of Fortnite is just bland. It's just another shooter. It's just another shooter. Like it's just a plain third-person shooter. Anyway, yeah. Only ability I know that Mama Bear will have is that she'll spawn in trigger teddies from her stomach. That's the only thing I could think of. That's the only thing I can think of is that Mama Bear will spawn trigger teddies from her stomach. Yep. That is what I think. Mama Bear is... That's the only thing I can think of. I think she's going to have another ability, but I don't know what it would be. Now, let's talk about the other enemy for Barely Buried. The trigger teddies.
Babies, go and greet our guest. You will die here. My babies are very hungry.
And before we talk about the Trigger Teddies and what their abilities might be, yeah. No, the Trigger Teddies are not gamers. They're not Why you think the Trigger Teddies are gamers? Both FSFM. No. And we know that the Trigger Teddies are going to be slightly faster than Mama Bear, because they're small. And it's confirmed that the Trigger Teddies are the literal smallest enemies in Dark Deception. Smaller than the Clown Gremlins. And the Clown Gremlins are small. And the voice actor of the Trigger Teddies is the same voice actor that did the voices of Hangry and Lucky, Chris J. Alex. Now, I wanted you guys to get some ideas, because I literally don't know what the Trigger Teddies' 2 abilities could be, because Vince said they have 2 abilities, and I'm like, I don't know what they could be, like. What could the Trigger Teddies' abilities be? What could they be? What do you to do in Dark Deception? Well, Dark Deception is a indie horror game which is inspired by Pac-Man and is a lot like Pac-Man. And you collect soul shards, you collect a ring piece, and to get this woman called Bierce up the powers of a demon. That demon being Malik. That is what Dark Deception basically is. Okay, now let's go on to talking about the levels themselves and what traps and stuff. We're gonna start off by talking about the first level Torment Therapy. Okay, let's talk about traps. What would be a trap for a hospital level, guys? What do you think would be a good trap? Because I literally, like, anyone have any ideas of what kind of traps would be in a hospital level? And don't even think it would be like the fan-made Torment Therapy level. Get out of here. Get out of here. My friend is streaming. My friend's texting me while I'm streaming. I literally have no idea what traps could be. Like, what would make sense for a hospital level? Like, what could make sense for a hospital level trap or hazard? Trap or hazard. Mascot Mayhem. I have a great idea for traps. I know what's. I have a strong feeling for what some traps could be. Give me your... No, we're not talking about FNAF right now. Or FNAF AR. We're talking about Dark Deception. Dark Deception. That is what we're talking about. And I swear, if I start hearing people in the chat saying that the Georgia gang are FNAF, no, they're not. They actually existed before Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just like that their level hasn't been made yet. Yep. That's what happened. Yes. The Joy Joy Gang aren't rip-offs of Five Nights at Freddy's. They are anime. Yeah, Lucky's the best character. He is the best character. Lucky is the best character. Without a doubt, Lucky is the best character. I'm streaming right now. I'm talking about Dark Deception Chapter 4. Lee, I'll do that later. Please just leave me be. My stream. Please. Okay, let's talk about the raps. Let's talk about the Dark Deception Chapter 4 raps. I'll play the whole rap, and then we'll talk about it. Starting with Bad Rabbit.
This is official. Don't wanna mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang. Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm the real McCoy, not another playboy, racking up death tolls, heads roll. I'm the fucking centerfold. I lead an army, I'ma hit you with it head first. You're in my game like an episode of Westworld. Sure, I got clones doing my dirty work, half-assed for what it's worth. A circus with its deadly perks. Double down and take a hit, a murder's what you get. I'm a lucky little weapon, and I'm only out to win.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang. Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
Let's do this shit. I hope you put your kids to bed before you entered. My game is filled with hatred and I'm not about to censor. Your appendages are looking very soft and mighty tender. I'ma cut your fingers and toes and pop them in the blender. So watch your mouth or cut your tongue out. You poppin' shit on Twitter's feel like chapter 4 ain't about to come out. Bitch, please, I'm the favorite, can't you see? The perfect intrigue, the series masterpiece.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang. Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
Listen up, Lucky's got a lesson. Here's the premise, dark deception can't be won no matter how athletic. Let me break it down with some phonetics. Let's start with L for Lucky, yeah bitch, don't forget it. I'ma teach a motherfucker come in my lane. Joy, little fuck boy, my game. Fuck you dude, I'ma get the red 2 views, game bang with a chainsaw, ring. I like a Zam, I work with magicians, I got trap magic. Here goes a pick, I left you a gift, Jack Rabbit.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm the back, keeps like a bad addict.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit.
Don't mess with the Joy Joy Gang.
Let's go. I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit. I'm the back, keeps like a bad addict. I'm a bad rabbit with a bad habit.
Okay, that was Bad Rabbit. What I think is my favorite Dark Deception, which is my favorite of the 3 raps, and I quite like it because it's about my favorite character of Dark Deception, Lucky the Rabbit. Okay, now let's go on to the notorious P.I.G. Wait, let's talk about Bad Rabbit first, before we go into... Now, when he said B-word please, he did it in a way that Roger Rabbit said it. And Vid Fleming has confirmed that Lucky the Rabbit's personality, part of it is inspired by Roger Rabbit. From Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So, yeah. And when he said it, he had lead an army, that he has clones. And he sort of said he has clones in the rap. So, let's go on to the notorious P.I.G.
Yeah. Let's do this. Wow. It's been a while since I've been in the studio. Let's go. The notorious P.I.G. I want a piece of your R.I.P. Slow cook while I slap that meat. The notorious P.I.G. Hangry, better move your feet. Better move. Pork hits harder than that beef. Hey, hold tight, pig in the night. I'm the muscle when I squat. Got pork thighs, salt and a pepper. Pulling all the levers, turning up the temperature, hitting with the metal. Yeah, barbecue, brute force breakthrough. Yeah. Smokestack so high when I make food. I salivate when I cut you, blood spew, chopping up your ribs. I'm a piggy with a short fuse. I go ham when I stick it to the man. Hot damn, I be killing on command. Slamming your face on the grill, what a look. Watch it sizzle up and smoke, kick back with the kush. Yeah. Ravage through your stomach for some meat I can cook. Hangrier than ever and they feel so good. Digging through your bones and it's finger licking tasty. Packing on the pounds cause I do it on the daily. Notorious P.I.G. The notorious P.I.G. The notorious P.I.G. I want a piece of your R.I.P. Slow cook while I slap that meat. The notorious P.I.G. Hangry, better move your feet. Pork hits harder than that beef. Slick grip on your ribs, need a pick. Packing up the bags on a run, what a drip. Piggy with a kill streak, read the fine print. On the front cover with a belly so big. Dark deception, no protection. Grade A beef, prime perfection. Stirring up a mean sauce, calling to the boss. Lucky dinner's ready, I'ma drop it like it's hot. So I got a few genetic differences. Sound so big, I be sniffing down the innocent. Hate to say it, but my crew and I's killing it. Ready for the feast, stomach's ready, get the grilling in. Slow down, running out of breath. I'm out of shape when I'm chasing down death. I'm a proud motherfucker with the Joy gang. Together snapping necks, got killing on the brain. Notorious. Let's do it. P.I.G. The notorious. Oh, lucky, I think I got you on this one. P.I.G. The notorious P.I.G. I want a piece of your R.I.P. Slow cook while I slap that meat. The notorious P.I.G. Hangry, better move your feet. Pork hits harder than that beef. Keep busy, making mortal chili. Powder up a batch, blood is stuck on my machete. Got smells on smells, senses going off the rails. Dropping biddies off your body like I'm cooking up spells. Spices hit your lips, Mike Tyson. Step into my ring, fine dining. Cook off, dry rub, and I'm hot. When the rabbit says get him, I go straight through the wall. New chapter, you is what I'm after. I'm a pork chop, you turn, you cadaver. And you got a thing for them dope meats. Yeah, it's butter in your mouth like cold beef. So cold to the center of my core. Temperamental pork chop, always wanting more. I'm a pig, I can always eat again. Bring them ribs by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Notorious P.I.G. Yeah, I like that. Notorious. That shit's smooth in the motherfucker. The notorious P.I.G. I want a piece of your R.I.P. You look delicious. Slow cook while I slap that meat. The notorious P.I.G. Hangry, better move your feet. Pork hits harder than that beef. Notorious. Do you mind if I put a little barbecue sauce on you?
Okay, I'm not gonna play I'm Always Near because I really don't like that rap as much as the other raps because I think it's too light a too light-hearted rap. And there's no cussing in it, like Bad Rabbit and Notorious P.I.G. Sure, I know that cussing is not required to make a good rap, but it's too light-hearted for a rap about a horror game. Dark Deception is a horror game. And I know that Penny has lots of feelings for Lucky, and that rap is basically about her talking about the feelings she has for Lucky, but Tara Strong didn't even want to be part of the rap. I'm not sure she didn't want to be a part of it, but they didn't even get Tara Strong for that rap. They got someone else to do Penny. Someone called...
Please?
Oh, dang these dang ads. They got someone called Mick Goldilocks for that rap. I'm like, why? We know that Hangry, he's always hungry and angry, and we know Lucky's just insane. He's just purely... And Vince Living said he's basically a sadist. Not a satanist, a sadist. He basically likes seeing people in pain. Hangry, we know he's just very hungry and angry. Penny's just really, really in love with Lucky. Vince even compared it to A&O from Yandere Simulator, and that's going to be a crossover with Dark Deception with Yandere Simulator. They even compared it to a game that they're going to be crossing over with. Yeah. I don't hate Penny, but I feel like she shouldn't be the most disliked character of Dark Deception, because apparently that's the case. I feel like but the rap, they could have done better for the rap. I feel like. Yeah. Now, let's talk about Barely Buried. Actually, let's talk about Mascot Mayhem and Barely Buried, and then we'll end the stream. Now, Mascot Mayhem, we know it's going to be the biggest level in Chapter 4, and possibly the biggest level in the entire game of Dark Deception. Now, the traps. We believe that there's going to be this pushing trap, where there's going to be pushing these pistons out, and there's going to be cameras, and Vince has said that the cameras that were used in Monster Madness, that DLC map for Monsters Mortals, that the cameras in that will be alluring, and how the tablet works in that, it shows when you go up to different floors. They're going to use that for Chapter 4, and Barely Buried, I honestly don't know what it could be like what traps and hazards would be like. And yeah, I mean, that's all I can think of until Chapter 4 releases. I mean, at least until the trailer for Chapter 4. And look, and guess what? When they asked which of our 2021 releases excites you the most, and they did this thing, look what most of it is. Dark Deception Chapter 4. Yeah. They're more excited for this than Evil on the Broken Mask and the
guest DLCs for Monsters Immortals. So yeah, we know that that's going to be, that Chapter 4 is the most hyped thing for. And I believe that wraps up the stream. I wonder how many people are watching right now. I believe that wraps up the stream. Quite a few people are watching. I wonder how many people are watching. I'll see you all next time. This was a good stream. I believe that next time wraps up the stream.